What's going on YouTube? Jesse with She and Serpents back with another video. Today I'm pretty excited. We're going to start the review on the Coco. 4 different kinds of Coco. I will go over each of them here in a minute. My plan with this is to have it, we're going to use some technology. We're going to monitor humidity. We're going to set up a couple different little experiments. I want to give you guys just some information to where you can make your own choice. I'm going to make my own choice on what I'm going to use moving forward in the snake room, primarily going forward, based off this obviously. But my conditions here in Michigan, in my snake room where I keep it between 78 and 80, are going to be different than your room, where you live, everything. So I figure if I show you everything along the way, hopefully you can make the best decision for you in your room and what's going to work best. So let's hop into this, and I'm going to first show you the 4 different brands, give you a close-up. I'm going to show you the few experiments we're going to run, and then I'm going to start breaking this up. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to break it all up to try and keep this as controlled as possible. So let's hop into it. So here are the 4 brands. So first we have Coco. We have Reptiles, Vigro Coco Chips, and then Freedom Breeder Coco Blocks. So those are the 4 we will be comparing here over the next month or two. So here is what I plan on doing. So for each one, each brand I'm going to make up an incubation tub. I'm going to take a weight amount of each brand, put it in a tub. We are going to cover it with press and seal and put it in the incubator just like I would incubate my snake eggs. And we're going to simply track over here on the board. We're going to track at what day it molds, how many days in I start to see mold on each product. We're also going to weigh each block dry, so you can see each one is advertised at 10 pounds dry. So we're going to go ahead and obviously weigh and make sure we're getting what we paid for. The shake weight is going to be using my new little homemade cocoa sifter here. I'm going to weigh how much falls out of each brand. That way we can kind of get a weight of, if you like to separate it, you can get a weight on how much, block versus how much kind of shake you're getting. So I did already write down the price on each one. So for the Coco blocks, I used their website. It was the cheapest I could find. It was $29.95 plus free shipping. This is all US dollars here in America. That's what their website says. I don't know, obviously, outside of America, I don't know what you'd pay shipping. Pro Coco was $28.99. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get it shipped pretty quick with Prime shipping. They do prefer, it seems like, using local vendors. My local vendor does have it for $16 a block, so that's definitely a good choice. Reptiles Coco Blocks, I know both have vendors as well where you can get it cheaper. So really it's just comes, as far as price, just comes down to who's in your area that carries it. Reptiles is pretty much identical to Coco Blocks. And then the Vigro is a little cheaper. It's $23.99. It's free for free shipping for Prime members, but it's not Prime shipping, so it does take a little while. And then the big one we're going to do is sorry for all the moving guys, I want to make sure you're getting everything here. I do have, in the middle of my rack, my 50/40, I picked 4 tubs that were in the middle, all next to each other and all on the same thermostat to try and, again, keep it as controlled as possible. So you can see I'm going to put 1 brand in each tub. And then in each tub, And then in each tub, we'll get a Govee humidity and temperature monitor system. I can look at it all anywhere I'm at, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whole nine. I've already went through and calibrated them all so they're all sitting the same. I'll put a screenshot of the what my Govee home screen looks like for all of them up here in just a second, so you can check that out. So the corresponding one will go in there, and then what I'm going to do is just I didn't write a day number. I don't know how many days, how often I'll do it, depending on how fast the humidity changes. I'll kind of play it by ear, but I'll go ahead and actually just track each one, and at what, every day, I'd say day 5, I'll write down the humidity each one, and then 10, 15, whatever it ends up being. If I find any mold in the actual tubs or anything else I need to write down, I got room down here. We'll keep track of everything. And again, over the next month or two, however long it takes for everything kind of mold and go bad, in the incubator really, because the tubs I'll change out every month either way. We'll get this up, and I hope you guys, I hope this helps you guys out, saves you guys a little bit of hassle trying to figure out which one to use and which one's better. I've used a few of them. They're all good. It just comes down to your preference. So I'm going to give you guys the information, and I will let you guys make your choice. All right, guys. So we're going to start with the dry weight of each block, like I said. Just so, I don't know. They all look different. Obviously, compressions, the way it's compressed is going to weigh in or factor into the weight and how they look. But I wanted to make sure I get what I pay for. So start with the Pro Coco. So like I said, each one's rated at 10 pounds. So my scale goes pounds, ounces, obviously. 16 ounces to a pound. So this is sitting at 9 pounds, 14.8 ounces. So 1.2 ounces short, 1.2 ounces short. Not a big deal. Coco Blocks next. All right, so Coco Blocks is sitting at 9 pounds, 9.7 ounces. I know it's probably petty, but it is a little shy. You're sitting 16.3 or 6.3 ounces short. Not a huge deal, but again. Repti chip. 9 pounds, 15.7 ounces. So that is 0.3 ounces light, pretty much sitting right where they say. And then the Vigro from Amazon is sitting at 9 pounds, 8.9 ounces. This is the loser. It is a little lighter. All right, guys. Well, that's the first one down. I'm going to update the board with all those weights so we don't forget them. And I'll see you guys here in a second. All right, so from here, we're going to try out my new little DIY Coco shaker here. It's just tough tote with holes drilled in it on a PVC stand. Pretty simple. There's a tote underneath to catch the stuff. I don't honestly see us getting much out of this Coco Blocks at all. This stuff is thick. All right, it's the first time using it. I'm gonna go slow. I'm pretty sure it can hold the weight, but I don't need stuff everywhere either. All right, now I have faith in this. It's a little wobbly. I might put some supports in it. Again, this is just a quick model made up, but essentially just kind of mix it. And everything should fall to the bottom. You don't even have to mix it that much. So what I'm gonna do is just give it a quick shake, and then as I use it, I'll just shake it, and then as we're filling tubs, all that small stuff will fall right out. So I will show you just that quick shake. I haven't started filling tubs yet. That's what came out of the Coco blocks just right away. All right, so just finished up doing the Coco blocks. Got the first tub set up. I will show you what I'm doing. So again, we have each one labeled. Got the Coco blocks ready to go. So again, we chose these four for hopefully control and stability, being in the middle of the rack, same thermostat. They're actually all, they're all females between, I don't know, 500 and 800 grams or so. So they're all roughly the same size. Snake, so nothing should be throwing anything off other than the Coco itself, hopefully. Water bowls are all filled to the same level, everything like that. So I actually weighed. What I did is we ended up mixing the Coco with 28 cups of water per, so we're going to do 28 cups of water per block of Coco. And then in each one of these tubs, we're going to do a little more than I usually would. Just a tad bit more. I'm doing about I'm doing exactly 1,500 grams worth of Coco in each tub. Again, to keep it controlled. Figure it fills it up a little bit more, should hold the humidity a little longer, give us a little bit better results for longevity on this. So again, that's the plan. That is a Hypo Mojave female, again about, I think she's about 600, 700 grams. And these are also ARS 50 series tubs, just so you know on that as well. So just wanted to give a quick update is where we were, where we are. I'm going to try and just monitor the water levels in the cups each day. I'm trying to keep them right about there so I'm not spilling a whole lot of water. Really trying not to spill any water on the Coco out of the cups. So I'm going to keep them a little bit lower than I normally would, and just top them off every day as needed. Again, just control and stability. So quick update, and beautiful female. Again, I'll update you as I do each tub. Also, so update on the Coco shaker. So that's just the last little bit of Coco blocks I got to pull out of there. Not enough for one tub. Or actually, I'll probably do a couple of hatchlings with it. But we did. The Coco shaker looks like it worked pretty well. Tad bit of stuff on the outside, but not much at all. It's 90% is right in there. Pull this out. You see, just lost a tad bit on this edge right here. So I'll just try and line the thing up better. So maybe that, put a shelf or something in here. Put a shelf to hold this tub a little bit closer. I think would be probably a good idea. Other than that, what we're gonna do, bear with me because I'm not gonna keep pulling the tripod out 100 times today. I want to get a weight on the shake for the Coco blocks. So I'm just going to tear that out. Wow, that's hard. All right. Sorry. Working through the camera is not as easy as it looks. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put the shake in here and we'll reweigh it. All right. All right. So we got that all put in there. Definitely fills up that cup, and I have a feeling this is going to be one of the cleaner ones. So probably going to have to do a couple cups on the other ones. Okay, you can see it's teared out, -10 for the cup. Alright, so we are at 158 grams. I hope you guys can see. I'm going to let there we go, let the LCD go off. I know sometimes that helps. Of course, then I move the cart. So, 157 grams. I will update you guys here once we get to the next one. Alright guys, 103. Come on, quit messing around here. Alright, 103 grams. Alright guys, so I just finished the Reptisorb, so we have that shake here. I did forget to tear out the thing again, but we know it's at 10 grams, so it's pretty easy. So we're at 69 grams with this. So this is the lightest so far. Alright, so we got the scale here teared out for the deli cup. This will be the last one, the Viagrow. And that one is going to be at 120. Alright, just wanted to point out one thing with this Viagrow off Amazon. The packaging is, this stuff rips very, very easy. Sorry. Stuff rips very easy. And the problem is it doesn't give you that like package that you can put the water in like the other brands do. Not a huge deal. I'll just have to do it in the tub. But I do like the packaging on the other ones a lot better. So just wanted to give you that quick update, and I'm gonna get back to it. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna go through and update you. So what I did here was, the original plan was to put the exact same amount of weight of Coco in each tub. So I started with Coco box, put 1,500 grams of Coco. Perfect, laid out. That's exactly how I like it. I was trying to go a little thicker just to keep the consistency. But I like the bare, I always want that bare spot in the back. Now what I noticed was, after the Coco, same thing with the water, adding the water to the blocks to expand it. I put 28 cups of water in the Coco blocks, and that was perfect. But for the rest of them, I did have to go to about 30 to 31 cups. And they did expand quite a bit more. So this is Repti-Chip. They're all about the same thickness, and as you can see, fills up a little bit of the back end. Not a whole lot more coverage with the 1,500 on the Repti-Chip. Then you come over here to the Pro Coco, just so we can keep track of these. I did just write, make little tags for each one. So Pro Coco, here I'll just show you Pro Coco and Viagrow both. They cover a lot of the tub. I mean, that's thick all the way back. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take some out of these 3 tubs to make it match the look of that. And hope that gives me decent consistency. I also need to take a little bit out of these 2 tubs anyway to get for the tubs for the incubator. I screwed that up and forgot to grab some. Also wanted to show how I'm setting these up. So these Govies, as you can see, that's the actual sensor, that little hole right there. So the way I have them is they're set up to where, so these are the 4 empty slots for them. Those will be on the inside corners. Again, consistent in each one. So all 4 of those monitors will be right here. So they're all pretty close to each other. Should help keep, again, the consistency. And yes, I'm just as sick of hearing the word consistency as you are. Don't worry, guys. While we're at it, I already showed you the Mojave hypo. This is my special needs snake. Unfortunately, she has a pretty bad wobble. I bought her as a albino pastel Enchi Mystic. She came out of the box with the wobble. I'm 90% sure she's spider. If anybody can tell by that pattern. I know it's hard to get on camera, but does great, eats good. I just give her smaller meals because she does strike a little weird here or there. But then we have a female pied who is in shed. And then a female Candino. So we can't get the, or excuse me, it's my lavender albino. Female lavender albino. I will also give you a quick view of what the room's looking like after a day full of cleaning tubs and switching over to Coco. It's been fun. Alright guys, so this will probably be the last update for this video. What I did in each one of these was added 250 grams of cocoa, the premixed cocoa of each brand, and then about 8 ounces more of water. I'm going to show you this. I think this is a good visualization of kind of the texture of each one too, so you guys can kind of see what each one looks like, how thick it is, how big, how chunky it is compared to each other. And you'll see how wet I got this stuff. This is what's going to go in the incubator with press and seal. I want this to sit at 100% humidity as if like you were going to use it as an incubation substrate. I know some people do, so I figure this is, we'll see how long until with 100% humidity, we'll see how long until it molds. If it hits over 60 days, I guess you could use it as substrate for incubation. Again, I just want to really see if one molds faster than the other, but I figure 100% humidity is a good controlled, something easy to control it at in this incubator, to test that and keep it consistent. Alright guys, so here, so you guys can see each one. So this is the Repti chip. I'll let you guys see. So I'll kind of pull this up and you see how wet that is. I mean, it's nice and dripping out. This is kind of about a medium grade, I'd say, when it comes to the fineness of all this. This is the Viagra, Viagra? Yeah, Viagra. A little bit thinner, finer than Repti chip, not much. A little bit more hair, I think. Fibers. Pro Coco. This is honestly, I'd say, real close to the Repti chip. And then the Coco Blocks, which is, of course, this stuff is just extremely chunky compared to the other stuff. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. Looking at it all together, I think the other stuff looks a little more natural. This stuff I do think would probably be a better, slower release for humidity and probably work better for that. So again, that's why it's all going to come down to personal choice, I think. So I'm going to go ahead, throw the press and seal on, and throw these in the incubator, which I'm going to turn on right now. I'm going to set it at the same 89 or 89.5 degrees, whatever I have it set it for incubation. I'm just going to plug it on, let it go. It'll take a couple hours to get up to heat, or up to temperature, but I think it'll work fine. I'm going to put them all on one shelf in the middle, and stack them to try and keep them in the middle away from the heat tape as much as possible, just to avoid any like hot spots in them. All right, before we finish the video up, I will kind of just do one more overview. So we did go over all the pricing, the shake weight. So the shake weight was, Coco Blocks was actually had the most shake in it, 157 grams. Then Vigro at 120, Pro Coco at 103, and Repti Chip at 69. I am wondering with the Coco Blocks, if it being a lot chunkier, if it was just easier for the small particles to fall down through, with all the hair and fibers and the other stuff, maybe it catches more of it. So as it dries up, maybe I'll find more in the tubs, and of course that'll be in an update later. I did notice when you fill tubs, the Coco Blocks will not fill nearly as many tubs as the rest. Actually, the Pro Coco and Vigro fill the most tubs. Repti Chip is real close behind it. Coco Blocks actually quite a bit behind the rest. I think you saw that in the side-by-side with the 1,500 grams of each in the tub. You could really see how far it goes. And then you got the dry block weight. So all of these are 9 pounds plus the 9.98 ounces, 14.7, blah, blah. All right, guys. So I'll keep you updated. We'll post an update video at least once a week, if not more often. If something molds, or there's any change or something I want you guys to see, we'll do a quick video in between. Not a big deal. I really hope you guys like this video. I hope it helps some people out. I know it's going to help me long term figure out what I want to go on permanently. And I know without doing this, I was just going to keep going back and forth and this and that. And I think I just needed to see it all side by side. So I figured take you all along and hopefully we can save somebody else the work. So again, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the channel, hit the subscribe button, make sure you follow along for all the updates. Hit one of those thumbs buttons, let me know what you guys think. Again, I appreciate it, and we will catch you all in the next video. Bye.